What's good with the people? Happy Tuesday. Let's talk. Let's talk. You know what? I've been wanting to address this for a long time. So why not address it now? Why not talk about Cam, Mase, and Jimmy? And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, right? I've heard all those names since 1998 due to one song. The only one song that we had with Cam and Mase. Not the only song, but the song that actually put Cam that put Cam on, and that actually started Mace movement and Cam's movement that eventually turned into Dipset and Mace movement, which was Harlem World. And if you know me, right, and I have not addressed this, maybe once I have, but I'm gonna say something maybe a little bit controversial. Not to anybody that is has been around me and has heard me talk about music and hip hop and my love for hip hop. But I would say this: we gonna deal with each person that I named: Cam, Mace, and Jim. So let's get to Cam first. Cam, horse and carriage was my introduction to Cam. I went to school in Oakland, California. Okay, high school, middle school. I'm from Oakland. To be exact, West Oakland. So, in high school, my last year in high school, the last semester of me being in school, there was somebody put up a whole bunch of all around the school. Who's Cameron? Who's Cameron? Who's Cameron? Who's Cameron? Cameron got a song with DMX. Cameron featuring DMX. That was all around the school. It wasn't until Horse and Carriage came out that I was like, okay, his street team, the promotion was on point because, Cam, that's New York. And Cam name got all the way out to Oakland. Okay. I didn't even know he was affiliated with Mace. To keep it honest with you. Because Mace was rocking since 96. Okay. Mace was rocking since 96. Mace, we gonna get to Mace. But Mace was rocking since 96. So I had no idea that Mace and Cameron was affiliated until Horse and Carriage came out. Then we seen the video. And that was my exit out of high school. Was Horse and Carriage, Cameron, Confessions of Fire, DMX. That was my exit right out of high school. All right. Cold. Oh, that era was so cold. All right. But let's get to it. Cameron came out with his album Confessions of Fire. Classic. If you have not heard Cameron's Confessions of Fire, you need to go listen to it. Because Confessions of Fire is so fucking dope. Okay? Confessions of Fire is so dope. Alright? Confessions of Fire has your lyrics. It has a song for the ladies. It has a song dealing with life. Confessions of Fire hits by far, is a 10. One of his best albums, one of Cam's best albums by far, like facts, like it's one of his best albums. Like, and it's hard to top your first album when you're hungry. The concepts on the album, okay? The intro. Oh, the intro is so dope. Usher's on the album, okay? He got Jim Jones and Bob on the album. Alright? So, Cameron album, for me, right? Now, this is me. This is just my opinion. But I felt like his album was as close as we got to Ready to Die. Okay? As close as we got. That was probably the closest album that we got to Ready to Die is Confessions of Fire. Now that's just my opinion. Cam SDE. Oh shit. Oh man. SDE. SDE didn't come out to what? 2000 and let's look. Let's be exact. Right? Let's be exact. Confessions of Fire came out in not Confessions of Fire, my bad. SDE came out in 2000. Alright. 2000. 2000. Came out 2000. Now, let's go through it for a second. The intro. Classic intro. Classic intro. Right? Yeah, I'm going back. Hey, some of these, to me, this was another classic album. Um, it, it might not have been a classic as far as Confessions of Fire, but it was classic as far as Um, the video to What Means the World to You, classic. The video, classic. Him, Cameron having all the patches. I forget what that, the NBA. He had all the NBA patches on the coat. The shit was dope. One of my favorite songs on SDE is "Losing Weight" by Prodigy. Oh, losing weight, so oh my gosh! And then he killed it on "Come Home with Me" Part Two. But as far as Part One, yeah. Oh yeah, Violence with ODB. Oh Dirty Bastard. Oh yeah, bro. Do It Again, Destiny Child. Oh yeah, bro. Man, Cam. See, what I liked about Cam, right? And shout out to Cam because Cam's birthday is a day after mine. His birthday is February 4th, mine the 3rd. So shout out to Cam, shout out to Aquarius, right? But the feeling that Cam gave me, right? Cam always gave me that feeling of, especially his lyrics. His lyrics was opposite of Mase, and that's what to me made Mase and Cam's chemistry so, especially with horse and carriage. It was opposite of each other, and that's sometimes that's a little bit hard to do, to be opposite and for it to be organic. Sometimes people in a group, they sound the same, or they're the same. Their lyrics are the same. It might be different lyrics, but it's the same. Do you understand? So Cam and Mase were so opposite, right? But Cam's run, because let's keep it 100. Mase only his run only lasted 2 years, and I'm talking about as far as albums wise, as far as him putting out albums. But like I said, we're gonna get to Mase in a minute. Cam and me not being from New York, Cam kind of made me feel like I was from New York. I can't even lie to you. As far as listening to his music, right? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Cam made me feel like I was from New York more than any other rapper that came out of New York. It was Cam that made me feel like, ugh, all right. And Cam's run was so crucial to hip hop, right? That we don't give enough credit to Cam, especially being able to, because Mase was a fucking superstar. When Mase left, Mase was a stupid superstar. Imagine Jay Z, right? I'm gonna just use that. Imagine Jay Z leaving at Hard Knock Life. That's it. He's gone, right? And I could have maybe did a better album, but I'm gonna just say Hard Knock Life. For Cam to then, I'm not gonna say recreate himself, but for Cam to sit up here and kind of transcend into one thing I love about Cam always had the fucking beats, the old school beats. Oh yeah, Cam always had the old school beats. Always had the old school beats. So SDE to me was dope. 2002. I remember Source magazines. I remember when everybody was talking about Cam going to Rockefeller. Oh, Cam going to Rockefeller? Cam going to Rockefeller? Man, which was crazy. Um, as we get into Cam, I didn't even know Cam was cool with Dame like that. Because actually Mase had this Dame, you know, on his album Harlem World. So when they said Cam was going to Rockefeller, especially after Jay-Z, and then you got Memphis Bleak, Beanie Siegel, I knew that shit was gonna be dope. I knew that shit was gonna be dope. Today, me and my partner, we use the term "come home with me." When we having a conversation, we use that term, "come home with me." Okay? "Come home with me" to me was Cam, us getting Cam in a different light than the way that we seen Cam. Right? And "Come Home with Me" to me is a definitely, definitely a classic album. Definitely. Facts. Facts. Now, some might debate whether or not SDE is a classic album, but I fuck with SDE. Sex, Drugs, and Entertainment by Cam. So to me, Cam was able to, for you to come back with three classic albums, and even if you say, well, shit, SDE is not a classic album, if you say, well, for you to even come out with two out of three albums being classics. That's spectacular. So we get Purple Haze after Come Home with Me. Yeah, bro. Purple Haze is dope. Purple Haze is dope. I'm looking at the song, so forgive me. Yeah, Purple Haze was dope. Now, from there, we get Killer Season. That's 2006. 2009, we get Crime Pays. 2011, we get Guns and Butter. 2012, we get Bosses of All Bosses Part 2. We get Ghetto Heaven Volume 1, 2013. Another favorite of mine, The Program, 2017. Purple Haze, 2019. You Wasn't There, 2022. The Lost Files, 2023. Okay? Let's talk about Mase. Mase, three albums. He gets Harlem World, Double Up, and Welcome Back. Now, our introduction into Mase was through Biggie and 112. Okay? Now, need I say anything else? Our introduction to Mase was Biggie and 112. Classic song. Only You. Some argue who had the better verse. What y'all say? Now, Harlem World is a classic beyond a classic. Okay? Harlem made me feel, Harlem World made me feel so fucking proud. And I wasn't even from Harlem. Okay? Mase, to me, reminded me, okay? Mase reminded me, his Harlem World album reminded me of Tupac Me Against the World album. I'm going to just keep it 100 with you. Okay? Minus the features. Okay? Because he had damn near a feature on every song, right? But Harlem World is a fucking classic. If you have not heard how a perfect album is supposed to be, go listen to Harlem World. As far as a rap album, in my opinion. Okay? It's just my opinion. What you want to do? You want to do 8 Ball and MJG? You want to do Busta Rhymes? The song with Busta Rhymes? Black Rob? Deluxe? What you want to do? He got the hits. Total? You got the hits. Jay-Z, Little C's? He got the hits. Interesting to me, Mase is in my Cam and Mase is both in my top 5. And they're both at the same number. Because where I feel like Mase left, Cam picked up his own weight, and he transcended Dipset into something that was just and when they come to find out, at the end of the day, he was Dipset. He was Dipset. Okay? He was. Now, Mase, Double Up, to me, another classic album. It showed Mase's lyrical side. See, Harlem World showed the glamour, the bright lights. Double Up, to me, was a little bit dirty. It wasn't Confessions of Fire, because Confessions of Fire was dirty. Okay? Confessions of Fire is dirty. Harlem World was bright. It was the sun, right? It was bright. It wasn't dark. Some say he could be the first Drake, right? What do y'all think? But Harlem World was a bright ass album. Double Up was dark, but it had its bright moments. Okay, it had its bright moments. Right? Let's look at it for a second. Right? Let's look at it. Intro. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Stay out my way. He wasn't playing. Lyrically, he wasn't playing. Number 3, Get Ready. I like that. That shit was nice. Blackstreet. Make Me Cry. Oh yeah, Make Me Cry was dope. Award Show. The intro. The interlude. Same niggas. No matter what. If You Want to Party. That was the bright song. Jail Visit. Fuck Me, Fuck You. Do It Again. Another Story to Tell. Blood is Thicker. You Ain't Smart. All I Ever Wanted. Mad Rapper from Scratch. Featuring Harlem World, Mase, My Son, and Shine. Getting It featuring Funk Flex. Getting It is so fucking hard. His flow, on Getting It. Oh yeah, yeah. All I Ever Wanted, radio hit, another bright type of song. You Ain't Smart. Oh yeah, that. Blood is Thicker, another story to tell. Do It Again. Right. Let's go to, that was 1999. So Mase left 1999. 2004 he came back. Welcome Back. I like fucking Welcome Back. I like this album, to keep it 100 with you. And this nigga didn't even curse. Breathe, Stretch, Shake. Keep It On. My Harlem Lullaby. I.O. Wasting My Time. Gotta Survive. The Love You Need. Featuring Rashad. Money Comes and Goes. I Wanna Go. Into What You Say. Do You Remember? Now, when Mase came back, everybody took shots. Right? Everybody took shots. And the funny thing is, I didn't mention this, but even Double Up, you could tell him and Cameron was going at each other. Right? You could tell him and Cameron was kind of taking shots back at each other. So, when he came back, right? Damn, I'm going almost on 30 minutes. I didn't want to be this long. But look, what I'm trying to prove here, because, real quick, I shouldn't have to, and maybe I should, I'm going to say this real quick about Mace's career. Mase was, if not the highest rapper that we had seen after Pac died. And even while Pac was living, Mase was on fucking fire. Okay? So, Mase, to see him and Cameron on Is What It Is, to me, is amazing. And shout out to them. Because I feel like as time goes on, you are supposed to try to heal old wounds. And they did it. Now they making money together. And sometimes as a friend, you can be fulfilling another friend, the other friend's void, unbeknownst to yourself. And a part of me feels like that's what Jim was doing. He was fulfilling Cameron's void of Mase. And as we saw over the years, we start to see that their relationship wasn't as strong as what we, the fans, perceive as what we seen on camera. And I'm talking about Jim Jones and Cameron. Now, let's go to Jim Jones, right? And I'm almost done, y'all, so forgive me. But let's go to Jim Jones. Jim Jones has more albums than Cam and Mase. Okay? First album, Writer Music, 2004. Mixtape, right? Ambitions of a Gangster. On My Way to Church. The Owner's Manual. Harlem, Diary of a Summer, which that's the album where he talked about Nas. DJ Drama and Jim Jones. Hustlers. Poem. Dipset Christmas. Hustlers, Harlem's American Gangster. Street Religion. Mob, 2008. Mob, 2008. Jim Jones and Skull Gang. Street Religion. Risky Business in 2009. Pray for Rain, 2009. The Rooftop. The Capitol Chronicles, 2010. Capital, 2011. Nocturnal, 2011. Vampire's Life, 2013. One. Vampire's Life 2, 2013. Vampire Life 3, 2013. We on the Night, 2014. The Kitchen, 2016. 2018, Wasted Talent, which was dope. El Capo, 2020. The Fraud Department, 2021, which was nice. Gangster Grills, 2022. The Lobby Boys, 2022. Back in My Prime, 2023, with Hitmaker. Jim Jones, 2023. Mob, Jim Jones, Christmas Deluxe at the Church, which came out a couple weeks ago. Now, let me tell you this. And I got a couple of Jim Jones albums. I like Jim Jones. Jim Jones is nice. But unfortunately, Jim Jones came up in a time where music, lyrics, being authentic, being able to fully give your story was totally gone. A lot of people told their stories on the first album, and it wasn't about the jewelry. It wasn't about the fame. It wasn't about talking about glorifying street shit. Okay? It wasn't about that. See, in the era that I came up in, lyrics, being authentic, being able be to go against another nigga in a cipher, as far as music goes, who had the better concept, who had the better flow. If Jim Jones would have came out when music was at its highest, then it would be difficult. Let me say that. It would be difficult then to judge. But the fact that Jim Jones came out in a time where rap music had already been sold, it was already being sold. It had already been sold to the highest bidder. So what we got was a throw up from niggas from the 80s, them type of stories. And then our generation was able to capitalize off the drug dealer story. And let's keep it 100 with you. The drug dealer story, you either go to jail, you get fucking strung out using your own shit, or you're dead. These new niggas is making drug dealing in jail cool, and they're selling that product to our kids. So by the time we got to Jim Jones, the drug dealing rap, we was already done with that shit. We don't want to hear no fucking, we got kids, we don't want to hear that shit. I respect the fact that Andre 3000 said he has nothing to rap about. I respect that shit. I respect it. Why rap if what you're portraying is negative? And you might say, well, what about Mase and Cam? What about? We were younger. We was in our 20s. I was a teenager when I first heard Mase. I was a teenager when I first heard Cameron. So now, going into my later years in life, in my middle age, I don't want to hear a nigga drug dealing, because I'm not drug dealing. I don't want to hear old stories about what you used to do. Talk about what the fuck you're doing now. Some niggas are married and they are still talking about fucking other women, selling drugs, and these niggas is married. Think about that. See, when you get older, that shit don't matter. You want to hear growth in an artist. You don't want to be fucking going back to what you used to fucking do. And that's what I'm sorry. That's what Jim has done for me. Yes, balling was nice. But he doesn't have an album fucking with Harlem World, no matter how many songs you have. He doesn't have an album fucking with Confessions of Fire. He doesn't have an album fucking with Double Up. He doesn't have an album like Come Home With Me. So he loses, okay? He loses based off of the fact of one, who did he diss? Who did he respond to? At least the Mase going at Cam going at 50. Like, that was what classic battle does he have? Just because you smoke a blunt and you wear jewelry doesn't mean that you can actually spit. Now, I will say this, Jim Jones has got better. French Montana has got better. There's a lot of motherfuckers who got better. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, I fuck with Jim Jones. I've been hearing that name since the fucking 90s. So of course, when you hear something and you remember, you're gonna fuck with it. So I fuck with Jim Jones. He had an album, so I wasn't about to sit up here and read through every fucking like I did with Mason Cam. But even that's because I don't have a classic album where I could be like, well, this is his classic album and this is what set Jim Jones apart from the rest of the rappers out. So I know this was long. I didn't mean for it to be this long, but y'all can leave it in the comments. Say what you feel. Who do you think? Like I said, Mesa Cam, I respect them OGs for sitting up here, putting potholes in the game, right? And being trendsetters. Giving me an introduction into Harlem. So shout out to Cam, Mase, and Jim.